just recorded a video and had to record this video pretty much afterwards because there's been a bit of a elaboration from CZ. So I feel like maybe this video should come out first. So I answered the question about LUNC in my Twitter space AMA just now. Another option is to implement a feature to let users opt in for a 1.2% trading fee themselves for burn and see how many of the voting community do that first. Vote with your fees. This could get interesting. This could get very interesting because I think they've kind of and I was silenced during that AMA. I was brought up as a speaker and then they removed me because they knew what I was going to ask, and I was going to ask about the holdings inside the hot wallet. But anyway, who cares about that, Jay? So pretty much this is a good change of events, and the issue though is with this is how many people are actually going to opt in to burn their own fees. I hope and pray we get a high percentage because it looks like they're gauging data. So if they see maybe if there's enough people actually doing this themselves, then they'll just incorporate it. And you know, MEXC, I think their trading volumes tripled on LUNACLASSIC since they started doing their burning, so to speak. So you know, it just goes to show if you're part of the LUNC community make you part of their community, and it's one big huddle. And I will always stick by this and say this: if you stick by us, we will stick by you. But the second you try and poke us with a stick and back us into a corner, we're all going to respond. And CZ Binance, you must understand this. You need to stop silencing people. You brought me up as a speaker and then removed me. Okay, so all you've done is proven to my whole community how rigged your AMAs are. Okay, so what needs to happen, in my opinion, is these Twitter spaces need to have correct people in it, you know, that are actually going to ask him real questions. You know, you claim to be a community guy, then be this person who you're claiming to be. Don't claim to be a bee and not buzz. You know, if you're going to be a bee, buzz around, get honey, bring it back to the nest, or pollen, sorry, to make honey. Bad analogy, Jay, but you get what I'm saying. So this is in itself, it's a really, really good elaboration of events, so to speak, because it's on you guys now. It's once again falling back to you folks, the community, and I'll always stand by this. You folks control, you know, what happens. You could quite easily move all of your coins off, you know, Binance right now, and it would severely affect them. Believe me now, it would if you all did it. So there's power in numbers, and working together at all times is something that I've always stood by. That's why we helped Terra Rebels with an update. That's why my lead developer helped them and is still helping them now. So anyone who thinks that we're not in this for the community, you're harshly mistaken, because we are here for nothing but the community, and anything that's going to help push this movement forward, we will be doing that. And there's a lot of people who go in Twitter spaces and a lot of people that hold Twitter spaces, and it's just kind of a lot of hot air. Like, they're talking a lot. Okay, I get it. Yep, great. It's inspirational and stuff. But when are we actually going to see doing instead of talking? When are we actually going to see projects coming forward? And like, I've worked with so many projects now, I'm at a point where I'm like, I actually need to bring my own projects to this. And I'm working on this with my development team. And I have no doubt when this comes out, all of you folks will be like, this was a no-brainer. Why did we not have this to start with? So there's always stuff going on in the background for me. Regardless of what everyone else is doing, I'm always working on something. There's always updates to be made to the website. There's always content to be created. And there's never a, you know, a slowing of things to talk to you folks about. There's always stuff to talk about. And the fact KuCoin, you know, has jumped in all of a sudden with a huge delegation amount to themselves, put their validator up to quite a high vote power, and you know, now they're getting rewards out of the community pool. Sorry, the rewards pool. Well, what are they doing with their rewards? You know, what are all these validators doing with their rewards? What are validators doing to incentivize people to join the blockchain, become part of this? You know, why aren't people talking about the technology, creating tutorials on how to do things like I do? You know, there's a lot of talk, okay, but there's not a lot of movement. There's not a lot of actual things actually happening. And we're through this now. we're back online. The system is revitalized and restored, and now it's down to us as the community to provide utility, use cases, projects, everything is down to the community because it's a community-led coin. It's down to us to decide things and, guide this blockchain to become better than it was before. And it can become better, but we need more people onboarding with projects and doing the things that are actually going to make price movement, create volume, create movement. And I just can't stress enough how the most simplest of utility can create a buttload of volume just because of its use case and the way that it churns, through, message executes, message sends, smart contracts, and everything. When you build it on the blockchain like this, then becomes, every single, even if you sold, say, a LUNAPunk off the marketplace, you're still creating a transaction on the blockchain. You're still going to get a tax put on that. You're going to get the 1.2% burn tax regardless, because these projects built on the blockchain. And I'm so happy for Hippie. And if you're listening, brother, I'm so happy you managed to get all that sorted. The minting's back online for both projects, and buying and selling's back online. The markets are back online. And it just goes to show, the projects that I've worked with, we always ensure and strive to help them. And, I don't always get replies from people that I really need replies from. This could have been prevented if a certain someone had called me. Because how can you explain to someone in a message, that it's going to kill and destroy all DApps? You're just not going to listen to me. It's as simple as that, because it would just seem like FUD to you. And, I haven't got enough time for this and stuff like that. But, ultimately it had a big effect. And the way this burn tax starts is everything. Because we're supposed to be showing all the other CEXs that this is feasible. We can handle this. We put this in place because we believe as a team, as a collective unit, that it will work. So just hashing over it now before we end this video, 608 million has been burnt. That's over $500 million, nearly at 1 billion burned by the burn tax. It will soon overtake MEXC and then likely overtake Lunatic's token. It's just a matter of time. And remember, I think there's 5 exchanges that are burning right now, and the rest of them are not even doing it yet. So you're yet to see any of these CEXs start, committing burns. Like I said to you yesterday, if Binance had been burning their withdrawals and deposits volume, they would have likely burnt around 800 million by now. So we would easily be over a billion burnt. So just think about how much more all these other CEXs are going to contribute to it. There's great things on the horizons, my friends. We just need to stay steady. Hodl if you're hodling, and if you're wanting to get out of it, get out of it. It's totally up to you. You've got to think for yourself. All I can do is provide you the information that's at hand, the factual information, and kind of try and keep you grounded at all times. And I've always said to everybody, be prepared for price moves upwards, downwards, left ways, sideways, all kinds of ways. A meteor could crash into the North Pole and wipe out a load of penguins, and for some reason it would affect LUNCPenguins or something. It's just one of those things. So stay safe. I'm not a financial advisor. Beware of scammers. I'll never DM you. And we'll just catch you in the next one. Sure.